Stripe's thinking, I guess. Here's Morris. He's doing good. Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to wake up. Amazon came at 7:30. I'm not happy. And I haven't drank my whole first cup of coffee yet. Sorry, I didn't know I sounded so weird. Haven't drank my whole first cup of coffee yet. I'm working on it. So last night, you know, we had 2 inches of rain late afternoon, early evening. And holy moly, that is almost 3 inches of rain. That's 2 9/10. That's on top of the 2 inches. It started raining at like 10:30 or 11 and it went on for a couple of hours. So that's 5 inches of rain in 24 hours. Wow. That is, I knew we got a lot of rain last night, but that is a lot of rain. So everything is very, wow. I mean, seriously, this looks like more like 2 8/10 on this one. So just under 5 inches of rain. Wow. It thundered and it boomed and it was loud, and Marty was in the house, so he was good. And Morris and Stripe were in the cat hotel. I was watching them every time the lightning went off. I would have let Stripe back in if he'd asked, but anyway, just wow. So it's wet. My flowers are wet. Everything's wet. Honest, it'll be okay with me if we just miss rain for one day today. But I think storms are in the forecast again. It's only supposed to be a 40% chance yesterday. Only 40%. Right, Marty? Their math was either bad or spot on, I guess, depending on how you look at it. Yeah, that's what water bowls look like in the morning after a heavy rain. So there's 3 out here that need to be refreshed. And actually 4. And then maybe one more around the corner. The one around the corner I don't do every day. But yeah. So the rain gets me out of watering, but not out of cleaning. And you know, I use the palm of my hand to get the gunk off, and then, you know, basically clean it and then refill it. And they're beat up a little bit, but they still look pretty. The GFCI for the carport tripped, so my fountains over there aren't on, but there's no sense trying to turn it back on yet because it hadn't had no chance to dry out. I thought we'd take a walk down to the bridge and see how things are doing this morning. You know, Don shot that video yesterday after 2 inches. You know, during the middle of the night it was doing some serious additional running out here. I'm guessing it probably stopped by 3 a.m. sometime along in there. I'm also guessing the deer knocked that one flower over. It snapped, so there's no fixing it. Bummer. I'll cut it. Pulling would be the wrong answer. Wow. So you can see that right here the water was up around that tree and kept on going. It's not so deep this morning. The deeper part is over there. Not sure how good that's showing up on camera, but it's also pretty deep on this side a little bit. But it comes off the road and all down through there, and then it also comes from the front road, the cul-de-sac, and comes in over here. And it was really rocking yesterday. After the first rainstorm there, you can see a little better. That gully up there, it's really deep. The deer have been doing a great job trimming these begonias down here for me this year. And the tree branch came down the other day and broke that pot. Not a big deal, it's just creeping Jenny. I was trying to get it to start on the bank down here, and there's a little bit of it, but not a lot. That's why the pots are there. You can definitely see where the water came. Don's tree looks good. Need to try to cut off that piece that's attaching and trying to grow up into the tree. That's not good. I'm out here with Panther now. He's doing good. I had obviously checked on him last night. Between the first and the second storm, it was still storming when I went to bed. So, you know, he hides up in the gas grill since he's not in there right now. I don't know that this is 100% good. Yeah, because there's a little bit of rain down in there, but he gets himself in there and hops in from the back side when he's worried. And he, like I said, that's kind of his fallout shelter. You can see where the water moved over there again. I really don't want to stop mowing my parts, but it'd be great if some other grass or weed came up that would, you know, hold the soil down a little bit. That was a mighty big stretch there, Missy. Hi. Hello. Good girl. Here's your breakfast. Just checking out the view on the way out the driveway. It's up pretty good down in there.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of water.
Yeah. So I asked Dawn if we could please go shopping first before walking.
Yeah, might as well let it get good and hot.
Well, you know, just because we were up extra early due to the Amazon package this morning doesn't mean we wouldn't, you know.
I mean, we should get out.
But I didn't complain. I resisted the urge to say my delivery wasn't great because I never would want them to think that meant don't, you know. The other day I was waiting and I was even watching on the map where they were, but the person said they were sorry it took so long when they got to the house. So I didn't leave any negative feedback there either. But I was like dying for that thing to show up. And then, you know, this morning the thing that was delivered was something for Johnny's dorm and I didn't need it. So, you know, when it never does exactly what you wanted to do. But I figured the last thing I should do is complain about the early delivery because karma's a bad thing, you know. But yeah, the Guardian Angel Thriftronics, the electronics part thing, it opened at 10. It's 10:04. I said, let's go check it out. I want to go check it out. Oh wow, they got a piece of equipment in there.
Yeah, I noticed that yesterday.
Yeah, I missed that yesterday myself.
No, it was late when I went to go get take Johnny or get Johnny. I saw it. Okay. Well, I'm guessing they won't be doing anything in there today though after 5 inches of rain. Maybe it'll be the Monday. Yeah, this was a mess. It washed and filled up there.
Yeah.
While they're working today.
Yeah, because that mud there would have got washed away in 5 inches.
Yeah, it was.
Wow, there's a good bit of debris on the road here. Lots of little leaf, branch things. Our friend David said that there was hail reported on the news in Fuquay. I guess, you know, wow, I mean, seriously, that's some debris. I've seen our parking pad look like that before, so I'm guessing that there was hail here.
Yeah.
Because when the hail is big enough and it hits the stuff, it brings it down. We did not have hail at our house, but Don did. I'm not sure if well, first off, we ended up getting sour cream, but he had to go all the way to Food Lion. And we postponed dinner a little bit while he hung out in the garage doing a project because he pulled Jules back inside because he asked me to look up. Oh wow, big tree down in there with the crane and everything trying to get it off that house. Goodness, well this is, you know, this is what, 2 miles from the house, 3 miles at most.
Yeah,
I mean, it's 2. I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, but anyway, Don asked me to look up if there was hail in that storm cell, and I looked it up and it said 0.75 inches. I told him to pull into the garage and wait
we'd wait. And so he did. And it was raining too heavy to come in the house, so he just worked on his, you know, did stuff on his workbench. And then when it finished up, when it calmed down, he went. Yeah, people really do need to learn to cross at the crosswalk. We have 2 of them.
3 actually.
Yeah. Well, plus the light up here is got a signal, so. Anyway, it looks like you made a good decision not coming to town right when I asked you to go.
I would say that all that damage was not there. I would think that's from after that late night, that midnight thing.
Ah, okay.
I think the midnight thing is when it, I mean, I don't doubt that there was hail somewhere in that 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock thing. But I think that storm that came in later was even more intense.
Yeah, it's not usually what the weather guys around here tell us is when we have one of these really intense storms, it usually changes the atmosphere and you don't get another really intense storm the same day or the next day even, that it like clears out the atmosphere. I'm sure there's a technical meteorological term for it, but anyway, we were really surprised last night when it formed back over top of us again and basically sat there for that 3 inches of rain, because I don't know, it started raining by 11 p.m. or something, and when I went to bed at 1 something, it was still raining. Well, they were working really hard on organizing in here Thursday and Friday after they got back from the holiday weekend. Buy a new TV and a chair to watch it in. You're very useful.
Am I?
Yeah, carried my stuff around. I didn't grab a cart today. We came in the wrong door. So Michelle had me go back to the electronics store and get the Dragon. We were still shopping next door. I just got a wind chime, a towel, and a pair of socks and a fancy hanger thing. It's like $5. And I had to buy a new punch card. Yeah, that's a lot of debris. One of the umbrellas over at the basketball court's on the ground. Those are permanent fixtures during this, well, all year long over there. I guess the ones around the splash pad they take down in the wintertime. It must have been 1 notch worse over here, although Don did assure me that one time at the house when he made the decision to pull into the garage that there was a pretty serious gust came through. But I just not seeing, you know, this much stuff down on our parking pad. And when we have, you know, we're prone to have this kind of stuff over there too. Don's in the groove now, trying to knock it on out. This is our 3rd lap. We've been out here about 30 minutes now. We did pick up a good bit of trash around the picnic shelter. Another white Y just came, this is Jules, and another white Y just came into the parking lot and backed in. That's what us Tesla people do. Actually, they pulled in. I don't know what I was thinking I saw. It's on the other side of the sole. White, of course. Although pretty soon it's going to be silver. Yeah, midnight silver metallic everywhere. So the gray building across the street, Right Meow Cat Cafe, they did open on Thursday. They're right crowded. I wonder how the electronics place here, the glass place, are going to feel about people parking and walking over. Johnny wants to go. He wants to go with a couple of friends. This nice couple in front of us has drinks from there and is walking while they enjoy their drink. So it made me think about it. But I basically think all of those cars are at the Cat Cafe, and that's not their parking lot. Hopefully the glass company guy will be chill, because he does regularly have extra unused spaces, especially when he's not even open. I want him to be chill, because I want to park over there too. Johnny's gonna love it when I tell him, oh, we need to park at South Park over by the community center where there's not any cars, and walk it. There you go. That'll get me popular mom status. Although I don't want to break a sweat just to go inside the Cat Cafe for a few minutes either, so we'll see. Oh, the ladder truck and another truck from Fire Station 1 just flew past us. They probably cover a little bit of the area outside of
Wake County that is still in the Fuquay limits, or all I'm trying to say is headed the way they were headed. They're headed out of the county because we live really close to the Harnett County line, but hope everyone's okay. Well, there goes the ambulance and the chief. Oh, it's something more than nothing, I would venture a guess. Because we walked all the way around and those guys just went. Well, that's about the worst view ever. It's a wrapped Y. It's kind of like this pretty teal color. I think I've seen it one time before around town. We made it an hour and 2.3 miles, and Don says we are headed to the air conditioning, and I'm not giving them any lip about it.
Sure, we can go an extra couple laps.
I'm sure. But only because I'm happy with my Pogo game. If I still needed, you know, Pokemon or something, that'd be different. Sure. I'm willing to walk in the heat for Pokemon. Yeah, I'm running another errand in town. I've been working on my closet today. And I just am scoping out that this road over here is still closed, and they are still working on taking out this huge tree. And I don't know if it was actually planned for today or on a house or what the deal was, but obviously they've been at it for several hours because Donna and I saw it earlier. And yeah, hopefully it was planned tree removal, not damaged house. Well, that storm come through last night with something else. I mean, this is the kind of leaf debris we see out on the road after a hurricane. You know? Or, you know, really bad thunderstorm. Just came out of Harris Teeter, and it sure does look like there's more storms coming. Another day, another small packet of Legos. And in Harris Teeter, I did find one Tesla Y. I think you guys, I told you I was working on my closet today. And the way I do this is, you know, I have this really nice double curtain rod in here. And Dawn fashioned me this 2x2 that runs from the rod down to the floor. And there's a little metal clip here. And it keeps it from slipping. And it makes sure that the rod doesn't fall on the floor because I put too much weight on it. But I'm only about halfway through. I got another hour. What you doing, Stripe? There's a storm coming and he wanted inside, but he's not sure what to make of all of that mess. And you guys gonna help? Okay.